And I simply think I am trying to follow in your footsteps. And I hope that this would help people to get more connected to that same vision as you. Um, so I'm just going to start a bit about my own journey of using the soul voice recognition. So I've worked in the development sector for a while, and I think sometime last year I was feeling heavy. And when I say heavy, it's literally just feeling that it's become a tight shoe. Like I've done I've been around it cyclically, like done everything. I've worked in this theme of work, gender, this, that, and it just seemed like everything is back to square one. And my soul and myself just wanted something else, but I also didn't really know what that one thing is for me. And luckily for me, I was able to join this platform and meet great minds. And I think FJ will remember this many a times. Then I would just say, I'm just blank. I don't even know, but I will attend. And that is why I am sharing this for anyone that feels, oh, or everything we're being taught, everything that is being shared, what really is my own thing, just be present. Because that your one thing that would be your own signature would show up unexpectedly, and it could be this night. So my own night back then was the soul voice recognition. As soon as FJ started teaching about it, everything within me and in my senses, soul and spirit just knew that this is it. And I would say it's what I took out of the wealth of knowledge from the 18 days manifestation course and every other class. I think for me, it was my go to thing. And I'm grateful that it was my go to thing, because I would say to you that after we've even done all of that, and for 6 months after the whole program itself, believe it or not, it was really, excuse me, it was really so voice recognition, because it was just odd, it was weird. It would happen to you in strange places. It would pop up. It would remind you what you said. It would show up unexpectedly. It would remind you even on the days that you're not consciously doing things. It would come up in the weirdest of places. It simply would be alive in you. And boy, that confidence that, oh, I have given that assignment to my soul and it is now truly propelling me, um has been magical. And the biggest manifestation of it for me, and again FJ and also to my brand guru, Ibro, if he's in the house, it got to the point where I just was not in a hurry. I said my soul would know. And guys, believe this, I have started thinking of what to do by the beginning of the year around Ajemiposi or any other thing that I was putting together about me. But guess what? All you've seen so far of Ajemiposi literally came from the 1st of July till date. 1st of July. Everything you've seen. And that was just because my soul just clicked and just said, this is it. This is the moment. And this is it. Go for it. And once I knew it, I'm sure Hebrew should build me times two. Hopefully, he's not hearing. And he literally just was like, what? What has hit us? I'm like, I don't know. Or we have to run. But if you've been a part of the journey so far and you've seen what Ajemiposi has been about and everything, you would truly know that this is a signature of the soul voice recognition. And I desire it for everyone. I desire that it will do the same magic or much more great impact in your life. So I'm not taking this lightly at all. So thank you again for your space, FJ. And thank you to everyone for listening and being a part of this. And this is my own little gift back to the community. So I'm not going to start with, oh, what is soul voice recognition? Let's even just have a bit of fun. And I hope you're relaxed, and I hope you're not, still frowning from that person that caught you in traffic today. I know, I know that feeling. But let's drop that right now. Or maybe you burnt your dinner like me burning my dodo. I think dodo is plantain for non-Nigerians. Still smile, you're alive. And just in case your day didn't go as planned, okay, give your cheekbones a relaxation, and maybe we'll cooperate with you tomorrow. So I just want everyone to laugh from your soul. Like, just find something to laugh about. Okay, if you don't have anything to laugh about, let me just share this with you. Just imagine that I'm right now in your presence, and you're like, it's a classroom setting, and I am writing on the board. And just imagine that my skirt just ripped and you can see my fat bum bum. I hope that brings laughter to your mouth right now. Fantastic. At least I got you smiling. But really not. I'm wearing a really tight skirt, so don't be bothered. So we really should be able to laugh about things, because whether you want to do soul voice recognition, whether you want to manifest or anything, the very first thing you should know is that you are your own best friend. You're your own companion. You need to be kind to yourself. It's already so hard out there. So it's just you and you. So always remember to check in with you and laugh at even the worst of things, the toughest of things. Be ready to laugh at yourself. And that's usually the beginning. Now, I asked us to be in a meditative state because this is not, I don't want us to go into this exercise from a mode of, oh, it's a system, it's a structure. Literally come into it as you would breathe, like it's the next breath you're going to take. And the only way that would help us is through a meditative state. So I'm going to play some music. And right now, you can just think about the good things you've had today, what's worked for you today, or something else that probably you're just so proud of yourself about, and just relaxing that. Or you could imagine that you're by the beachside doing something. But the most important thing here is that you're relaxed. And you can shut your eyes throughout this course. That is why I didn't want to use a slide. Be in your own space. And I want you to actually go into your mind. I want you to do all of this exercise throughout within your mind. Listen to this exercise throughout within your mind. And just imagine everything I'm about to teach so that it becomes crystal clear for you. So it's not really a class as I talk through it. And another thing that the Ajemiposi platform is about Africa. And I bet you should know that we have our meditation songs, music that we can actually go to. But just in case you would say, oh, I didn't know that and I can't find any. So I play a bit for us now just to get us started. And it will be on all through. I would reduce the volume so that you can just continue to bask in that state of meditation. And if you have any questions or anything, you can pop that in the chat and I can, look through whilst we're doing this. So hopefully your eyes are shut and you can take a deep breath. We're going to be using our voice and we're going to be using our soul. So it'll be a good thing if you can just really massage your head gently. And you can even say kind word to it. You can call it the nickname that you've given it. And if you haven't before now, you can give it a nickname. And I'm smiling because I'm actually whispering my nickname to my own forehead, and it knows what it is already, and it's already smiling with me. And believe me, this organ does smile. It does relate with you as you do relate with it. So engage with it. And then you can rub your hair because after all, it hasn't fallen off. It's still on your head. Wow. Some people need to have, extensions and all that fitted because theirs would fall off, not because they choose to. So this is the moment for you to say, I'm about to use all my senses. Be with me. And thank you. And maybe someone complimented you as well. Or that, look at your hair, very beautiful. And you just said thank you. But did you remember to say thank you to the hair itself? Now, touch your face. No, I didn't mean slap it. I just meant touch tenderly, as if you were touching a rose and you were touching crystals. And now your cheeks. And you can pull just the corners of your mouth and show your 32, like they say, which is show your teeth. At least we're not saying you, so show it as widely as you want. I don't know about you. Is yours white or brown? Again, it's just something to laugh about. And you should laugh about things like that. And if your teeth is going brown, tell your mouth and your teeth, how come you're turning brown? What didn't I do? And perhaps it can just magically become white again. And now your voice, you could say a kind of and we could all go, mm, 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 mm. So that's 4 levels. Mm, 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 mm. It's just to get it ready for what is ahead. And I hope that does relax your face. And you can shake your neck to the left, to the right. And then you can twist and turn, and you can make a sound with your 2 feet. Just see that they're here with you. How about your hands? Apart from counting money, what else have you done with it that you've enjoyed? Probably you can be calmer with it now and give it a little massage from your fingertips to the middle and then the palm, of course. And hey, don't even forget the neck of the palm. It works for you. And then now your shoulders. You can paddle your shoulders to your side. And if you've done all that, you can now smile again. I hope you found that relaxing. Great. So now we can get into the business of the night. So I welcome all of us to the soul voice recognition. But I just took us through, those are the organs you would be using. So they're not outside of you. You're not having to take a trolley in the supermarket to say, I'm going to go search for my soul. I'm going to find my voice. It is right there if you would recognize it. They're with you since you were born, before you were born, and they would always be with you throughout. So engage it naturally so that they actually perform the work that they're meant to do for you. So when we talk about soul voice recognition, I'm not going to try and repeat the class from what FJ taught us. But what I'm going to do is just take us back to the very beginning of what this is all about. You've heard the saying several times that we are spirits having a human experience. If you've heard it, you can do a thumbs up, or you could just, yeah, say yes, or if it's your first time. So if you've really heard that, yeah, exactly. So we've heard it countless times being said that we are spirit beings having a human experience. Fantastic. Thank you for that. So literally, when we talk about us being spirit beings, the highest level of honor that the infinite intelligence, our supreme God mode, can give to us is our spirit. And we are not separate from the spirit at all. We're not separate from the infinite intelligence. It's not something so far away. Because after all, in the Yoruba proverbs and sayings, they say that "Abiyamo ma ń gbóhùn ọmọ ẹ̀," meaning that the parents would always hear the voice of their kids, no matter how far the kids are. And parents in the house, you would testify to that. How much more the infinite intelligence? We have literally been created in that mode of being higher spirits, but of course, we have the human body that is taking us through life. If we say we are of the infinite intelligence, what does that constitute of? That constitutes our mind, our vision, our dreams, everything that the multiverse of infinite intelligence is about, everything that it's created, creating, and would create. We already have we're already shareholders in it. So it's not even a case of maybe your parents didn't leave anything for you. Your ultimate parent, infinite intelligence, already has gifted you the gift of wholeness and of life. And all of that would manifest through your mind, would manifest through your character, through your thinking. And the other thing that holds that for you is your soul. So you're carrying this whole of existence, just like the infinite intelligence. But you're not infinite intelligence in the sense that you didn't create it, but it's giving you the power to self create, saying, just like I own all this, you're a mini me. And many people, if you have daughters and you call them mini me's, you know what they try to do. They don't want to take you out, but they really want to be a mini you. So that means that whatever you can conceive within your mind is how you are interpreting the work of the infinite intelligence, is how you are seeing it from your mind's eye. And it is no surprise at all that we always say that, you know, the levels of consciousness, the unconscious. Now, everyone carries this gift, but they are not conscious of their consciousness. That means they're not conscious of the infinity intelligence, of the gift, of the level of sharing of this gift that they carry. So it would seem they are powerless. And every other thing happens to them, and no good thing happens to them. They are always the victim. And then you have the next level. Yeah, you kind of know that you're aware. But then at the end of the day, you leave it there. You don't take it forward. But those that are really conscious, and I believe this community is, you know that you carry a big gift and it's yours. No one is contending with it. It is solely yours. You're in your lane. You're not competing with anybody, not even your twin. And you just want to manifest and perceive and do all of those things because your eyes, your eye sockets, your mind, everything can help you conceive it in your mind. And you say yes to it. And then you're a builder, you're a creator, an innovator, you're a business person. You're a great mother. You're a teacher. And all of this comes because you've allowed infinite intelligence to help you use your soul to create it as your mind sees it. You're not fighting it, you're accepting of it. So if you now accept it in your mind, what would help you vocalize it? Your voice. But many of us will say, I don't even like my voice. But yet it's your own personal vocal cord, your own personal studio of your own sound bites, your own personal recording, your own personal hymns, sounds. Just like I said, we should make those sounds. It's all yours to use for yourself. And you should really not be bothered about what others think, because to you, it should be the best record ever. So we've talked about infinite intelligence. You have a multiverse of giftings, opportunities, and as long as you can perceive it, you can have it. We've also talked about the soul being almost the center that holds forth what you would use to interpret what infinite intelligence and multiverse has for you. And now, in there, your soul is your character, your thinking, your mindset, your self belief. Those are things that are there as tools for you to interpret what infinite intelligence says to you, gives to you as vision. And in that soul, in that box of a soul, in that gap, imagine yourself saying, I can see this big vision of me becoming like Ajemiposi Africa. And then something says, oh, we are too small, we can't. Who in your lineage has ever done this? You had better not. But if you can quickly go back to your spirit, because it's not separate, like spirit, infinite intelligence. You did say this is me, right? And says, yes, I did say. Then you go back to the depot and say to your mind, mind, this thinking is not for us. This is what infinite intelligence says. If I can put my mind and soul to it, I definitely can make it happen. And I need you to work with me. And then your soul says, oh gosh, I thought I could play a fast one on you. I thought you don't really know yourself. Okay, let me see what you will do with it. I've heard you, and I will just keep you here in my subconscious because I have a lot of things I want to do, say, and keep trying to bog you down with. And it will just be here. Oh. And now let me try and even see if you really mean it, or it's just one more thing that you would say. And you would either decide to let your mind take charge or you take charge. And when you decide that you would take charge, that is when you will say to your soul, look, soul, recognize my voice. I'm your boss. And this is the instruction I want to give to you. And that instruction, especially if you're working with infinite intelligence and you have your four square of desire, you know that it's spirituality, your health, wealth, love, life, relationships, just those four things. Then you want to hammer it to your soul and say to your soul, look, sit down, soul. My life is going to be in four squares: spirituality, health, wealth, and this. I now want to tell you what I want out of those four things. And I want to remind you what I want you to be telling me each time, moments, seconds, hours. I just want to give you your work schedule, not the other way around. I'm in charge here. And your son will say, okay, give me this assignment. Let me see if it's something that you mean. And then you record your voice. And your soul says that voice is croaky. And like, okay, I'm not doing it anymore. Or your children laugh at you, or your spouse, like, what are you trying to do there? Like, I'm trying to record mom without your voice. And you're like, okay, I'm not doing it anymore. Or you could turn around and say, so we are on this assignment. We are doing it. Laugh if you guys want, but I am doing this. Your soul says, gosh, what's come over him? What's come over her? It looks like she means it too. Let me keep pushing the buttons and see how far. And then you record something like, oh, that wasn't really good. I'm going to drop it. But then you hear your own voice, something happens. And you're like, that's not that bad though. I actually even win an Oscar with this voice of mine. You now start like your son now start laughing, and you guys like, okay, you now say to yourself, so let's try and do it. We have Oscar voice. And then you're like, let's have fun, so and then you record your four squares and you say to your soul, I want you to repeat this to me in my voice, my powerful personal chords, my own personal codes, my own sound, my own vibration, my breath, my ownership, myself from me to me. And your soul says, okay, now I have this assignment to make sure I help you deliver this. I'll do it once or twice. I say, hey, come back here. So I reminded you earlier that I'm your boss. And I'm a good boss. And that's why I'm even still telling you gently. I've given you a wonderful voice to work with. Now I'm going to repeat that assignment 18 times per square. And you still go, 18 times? Are you joking? And you say, yes, I am serious. And you record it 18 times. And you say to your soul, you're going to repeat this to me 18 times per box every night for the next 18 days or 21 days. And you could even push it further for 40. I bet you after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of you making sure you repeat this to your soul and you play this to your soul would bow to you and it takes over. And it literally would run with this assignment and it gets interested in the assignment and your soul overtakes you in that assignment. And before you know it, your soul recognizes your voice. And what is recognition? Recognition is an agreement that this is legal. Recognition is literally saying, I give you thumbs up to this. I recognize, I bow to this. So, what you've simply done is to say, my soul, recognize my voice as the voice capturing my intentions, my beliefs about myself around my four squares as I have perceived it, which is my consciousness from infinite intelligence. That is what I want you to bring to my consciousness at all, at all times until it is part and parcel of me. And at that point, you have solely done your soul voice recognition. It's not a big thing. It's not boring. It's you getting to know yourself. It's you having that conversation. And it's you being gentle. And you'll find yourself and your soul even wanting to rush you off to sleep in the daytime. Like, it's not only in sleep, it's not during sleep. You can tell me now, you can, and your soul gets interested and it reminds you, and you begin to believe in your own voice. You begin to believe in that vision because everything works for your own good. And as far as we're existing in frequency, vibration, and energy, your soul would recognize when you need it to come to life with you with these decisions you've made Every time you want to do anything about your spirituality, your health, your money, resources, your love, your relationships, it will just tell you what it said because you've bombarded it. And in a nutshell, that is my way that I did my soul voice recognition. And every time it honored me, I had, you know, like a party of two. I'll say, thank you so much, my soul. You did that. You came through for me at that moment. So you remembered that. You know, I'd even forgotten that and all of that. And it becomes your own signature thing. And you won't even need the recorder. But of course, for you to help your soul, you record it and you replay it and it captures it and it hears it. It recognizes your voice. It says to it every time, I agree. I agree on day one. I agree on day two. I am agreeing more on day three. I'm agreeing more on day four. By the fifth day, it is your ambassador. And there you have your soul voice recognition. Thank you.
Wow. Excellent, 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 excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What an explanation. Someone said, I love this explanation. Very detailed, very simple, and very well explained. Very well explained. Thank you so much, Ajemiposi, for that.
You're
Now
welcome.
let's take. I'm sure there are questions. I'm sure there are questions.
Yes.
So let the questions come up from TikTok, Google Meet. Let's have your questions. Theodora said, so beautiful. Thank you. Uchenna says, thank you so much, ma. Nadia, go ahead, please.
I just want to say that this version of soul and voice recognition has touched me on a different level. And with
Awesome.
immediate
That's
effect,
great.
tomorrow start another one with immediate effect. Because,
Mm,
yeah,
Yeah.
baby girl, queen. Sorry, I keep on calling you baby girl, queen. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
mm,
Because
Thank you.
it's
Thank you.
thank you, Nadia. Thank you. Because really and truly, it's not a battle.
mm,
And outside there in the world, you already have the ashness. So
mm,
you can't afford to let any part of you, your shoulders will cooperate on this assignment
mm,
by you even just massaging it before you sleep and, start listening. Your
mm,
head, all of your body, if you don't prepare it and like just do the slow voice recognition and just, when you're gentle with it, they would respond to you in that form.
mm,
And literally, it's literally you negotiating and saying, we want to be great. We want to be conscious. We don't want to be aware or
mm,
unconscious. And yet it is already within us. Why don't
mm,
you let us bring this forth to see, to the world to see it and use it and be it? Let's go on this journey together. And
mm,
I'm telling you, they're looking for things to do,
mm,
and you'll find that they're going to dub the subconscious of the nothingness and say, this is an assignment. We are going with
mm,
you. And
mm,
the thing is with your four squares, like the spirituality, health, wealth, and you might even have limited it to very simplistic things. But
mm,
once the soul catches the vision, it would give you the download
mm,
as far as you can go, the
mm,
people you truly need, that it would have prepared them for you. So you're not
mm,
having to go speak a lot of grammar and lose your front teeth. You will get
mm,
there and they would almost say, well, we've been waiting for you. I plan to give you 5 minutes, but you
mm,
end up spending 3 hours and dinner. You would
mm,
find that it's literally a pull, not a
mm,
push.
mm.
So it
Wow.
behoves on you to engage it respectfully,
Mm,
acknowledging it, be playful, be a child at heart, and
mm,
give you the assignment and then acknowledge it when it
mm,
actually pops up. I mean, one of the very funny things that happened, I was in the swimming pool and so voice came up like inside water. You want to do so voice? Okay. And we did like, do your thing because you want to do yours here. Carry on.
mm,
I want to, and you must allow it in those moments. Don't mind everyone looking at you. Give them that big grin. I've taught you how to smile large now. Give it to them and just move on. You understand that you're not cuckoo.
mm,
And that's the thing. You
mm,
acknowledge it, he acknowledges
mm,
you.
mm,
Literally
mm,
like that.
mm.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do we have any other question? Someone said this is a new journey for me. Fantastic. Do we
You're
have any other
welcome.
question? Sam Joe Udo said, what do I say to my soul? What do I say to my soul?
I mean, literally, because I used my four squares, and of course on the spiritual, and again I used the words at the beginning with the simple starting point for us in this community, which is I am thankful and grateful that my spiritual life is active and being present. And that was the recording. But you'll find that, and that is why you shouldn't also be rigid. And as your soul picks it up, so record it as you want, but be at alert. When your soul wants to add something to it, you probably have recorded it, but when it is being expressed in your soul, it would be interpreted in that way, but maybe with an additional word or description. So, for example, I remember I started with saying, I'm thankful and grateful that my spiritual life is active and being present. Then at some point, my soul came back with, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and awesomely proud. So every time it comes up with, that shows you it has grown,
Mm,
it has elevated in the spirit.
mm,
You started with acknowledgement and a task, but just like a good idea, you can only see the beginning.
mm,
So once you're working with it, it would help you modify it. So it's not crystal, it's not cast in stone like it has to be this way. Just
mm,
go with it and it would express it to you how your
mm,
soul now perceives it. And then you beautifully go with it. Like, I like the way you're treating me so, you know.
mm,
I like that of you. Well, you need to do this thing. Don't worry about the outsiders. I'm sure they're not as like you. Just do
mm,
your own thing. But I'm
mm,
telling you, and that is why we always say that as long as you can see it, you can have it. And
mm,
in this community, it's about as if you can perceive it and you would stay with making sure you keep that vision. How it would come, how big it is, just leave it. The multiverse knows, and your soul would recognize it. And
mm,
as long as it knows your voice as well, it would all work together for your good.
mm. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Elizabeth Phillips said, this is awesome. And yes, it is. Yes, it
You're
is.
welcome.
Ajemiposi is Ajemiposi on TikTok and on Instagram.
Yeah.
Ajemiposi.
Yeah.
And you can check out the website, ajemiposi.com. Like I said, a couple of weeks from now, you're going to start seeing a lot of breathtaking contents on that website plus the
Yeah.
market. So thank you so much, Ajemiposi, for this session. I'm sure that everyone is blessed and you've impacted our lives so much, and we celebrate you and we thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So
Thank
we're
you.
not rushing off. Also going back to that meditative state. And now without any of my command, say thank you to your eyes that has lit up. Say thank you to your smile that has come to your lips. Say thank you to that, you know, nerves in you that has risen in your body now, saying we want to do this way. And most importantly, say thank you to the infinite intelligence that this is yet another gift of self that you want me to have. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to play that again for another 5 minutes and do
Mm,
all the things I said before by yourself in your own way. You could start
mm,
with the home, you want to touch your hair, your cheeks. Now do it not because I asked you to, do it from a place of I am thankful and
mm.
grateful that I learned this tonight. So I'll play this. Africa, let war begin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you once again, Sir FJ, for the space. I do not take you for granted at all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A round of applause for Ajemiposi. Thank you so much. And thank you, guys. We're going to continue the community session tomorrow at 2 p.m. But we're going to have Sunday school tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. The Sunday school is a general